Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl Mia coming at you live this morning. I hope everybody is alive and well and doing pretty good. Listen, I just came on here. Let me turn this music down. We don't want no copyright. No copyright. I just came on here to give my review of the show that I didn't do. It's two shows, but I'll do the other one later on, and I'm about to do this one now. And that show is Lost in Transition. I thought this was a good episode as well. On this episode, I noticed that Stacy and Leslie are still having a lot of difficulties. One with Stacy's pregnancy, they're having a lot of problems with that, and Leslie is having problems because they're asking her to lay off of the hormone medication due to her breast. She has some type of leakage going on with her breast, so they want her to stop until they find out exactly what it is. They want to make sure it's not cancer. I hope it's not cancer, but they want to make sure. So she's a little upset because she has to stop with that procedure, and she really wants to continue with the enhancement of the breast part, but the doctor has asked her to stop taking the medication until further notice. So she's upset about that. Stacy's having her own complications with the pregnancy of the second child. And then her midwife is telling her that she needs to lay off of the stress. She needs to take it easy. She needs to find her some quiet time for at least an hour a day because she's stressing herself out. And she said, I know that Leslie has her own issues going on, but I need for you to relax and not, not try to take on so much. And that's what I was saying in one of the previous episodes. I don't know how the delivery came out, but that's what I was trying to say, that she was taking on a lot. She was taking on a lot, and I felt like she needed to just relax because you are pregnant, and this is a critical time for the child right now. So I just think she needs to just take a breather and really focus on her. I know that Leslie is going through her transition, but I think we need to take into consideration as well that Stacy is pregnant, and this is a critical time for her. So we need to be there for Stacy until, at least until the baby is born. And then moving on to the next couple, which was Cindy and Troy. Well, Cindy, and Troy had been separated for a couple of weeks, and Cindy been in the house all by herself, her and the dog. And Troy has been wherever. I don't know if he was at a hotel or was he living with friends. I'm not sure. But somehow Cindy realizes that she really does miss Troy. She really does miss Troy. So she has decided to give Troy a call and tell him to come home. Well, Troy was glad to hear that news, and Troy came on back home. Troy said, "You want me to come home? I'll come home." I was so happy because I was like, you can tell that Troy and Cindy really do love each other. You really can sense it. You can feel it. You can sense it. That's why Cindy's so angry with him. I was aggravated by her in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. But I can sense too that they really do love each other, and it's heartbreaking for her to understand that she's been married to someone who wants, who really feels as though they are a woman. So I think that's the only part that's hard for her. But I do realize that she really does love Troy, and I think she realizes that she's not going to meet another person that's going to treat her as well or as good as Troy does. Let me tell you something. When you find that special someone, I don't care what they classify themselves as. When you find that special someone, you hold on to it, because let me tell you something. True love is hard to find. True love is hard to find. And if you have found it in that person, stay with them. Stay with them. Y'all work out your differences. Come to some type of resolution. Do whatever you got to do. But true love, let me tell you something. Won't nothing kill true love. Nothing won't kill that. So I'm so happy that they are coming to a happy meeting place to say, she's saying, I'm sorry. She apologized for a lot, and he apologized too. But she was just saying, I'm sorry that I didn't understand what you were going through. I'm sorry that I wasn't so open to understanding what you were going through. I was just thinking about myself. Oh, it was real heartfelt. And I thought that it was touching because she admitted to her wrong. And she's willing to work it out with Troy. And on the day that she called him back to come home. It's their anniversary. Oh, I was so happy. And they went out to the bar. They went out to the bar where they met, and they were singing the little Wiener song. And Cindy was singing the Wiener song to him. She said, I've had a couple of drinks. I can sing the Wiener song. And she sung the Wiener song to him. And she said, ooh, I love wieners. All kind. I bust out laughing. I said, I know that's right. But I was so happy that they came back together. I was just happy to see them back together because you can see that they really do love each other. And before the show, let me get to the next part. The next couple, which was Beverly and Karen. Now, Karen used to be AJ. So Beverly and Karen. AJ is Karen now. So Beverly and Karen and Cass. Cass is the daughter that identifies with being a boy. So Cass. So we're gonna say Cass. We're gonna say he. Karen and Beverly. Now, I didn't like this episode with Karen and Beverly because I love Karen. I love Karen. I love Karen's spirit. I just think Karen is a sweet person. I just think she is ready to move on with what needs to happen in her life. And Beverly is still, like closed mind. Like she said, she's never going to accept the fact that her husband is transgender, that he doesn't identify with being a male anymore. So I didn't like this episode for them because they were fighting. I don't like to see them fight. I don't like. Now Troy and Cindy is a different type of fighting because I can feel the love. I can sense the love. But when Beverly and Beverly and Karen fighting, it's like as if it's some underlying. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I know Beverly broke down. I know Beverly really loves Karen, but it seemed like it's some underlying, I don't want to say the word hate. I don't want to say that word. It's just some underlying stuff going on that hasn't come to the surface yet, because you could just sense it. And Beverly is like, Karen was saying to Beverly, I don't want, they went to go see the therapist. All of them went to go see the therapist together as a family. The other daughter didn't show. And the therapist was asking Karen, how do you feel? And Karen said, I feel great. I feel great. You say, why do you feel great? I said, I feel great because I got some new hair, and stuff like that. And she said, well, you look great. And I thought she looked great too. And Beverly was not happy or pleased about that situation at all. And then she said, hi, Cass. Cass, I never met you before. And Cass was like, no, and then so she said, I love your blue hair, which I like her blue hair too. I think it's fire. I can't walk around with blue hair, but I think it's fire. People who put on them colors, I like it, but I can't rock it, okay? Anyway, and she kept calling Karen he, and Cass spoke up and said, it's she, not he. And they got into it about that because she was like, you're not going to tell me what to say or whatever like that. I've been married to him for, 20-something years, and now he is still a he until we get divorced or something like that. I just thought that was kind of mean. I don't like them fighting. And I definitely don't like them fighting in front of Cass because they already don't have a good relationship with her. It's just starting to form up again. So I didn't like that fighting part. And then once they went to this therapy session and went back home, because they got to pack up and move because they're selling the house. They're selling all that. They're splitting up everything. They're selling everything since they're going two different ways. Karen is going to live Karen life, and Beverly is going to live her own life. She's looking for an apartment on her own, and the kids, I guess they wherever they gotta be, but everybody's doing their own thing, and it just seemed like it's some underlying problems there, like some stuff that needs to be discussed. Because Beverly did make a statement to say that a lot of the stuff wasn't discussed, like as if she had to deal with this on her own. It wasn't communicated. None of it was communicated. And then Karen did let her know that he didn't feel talking to any adult about what he was battling, what he was dealing with. Anyway, she also was saying that Karen, if I said he, I'm sorry, I apologize. Karen also doesn't want Beverly going out at night drinking and partying and stuff like that. And she said, you don't tell me what to do. She said, because, and the therapist wanted to know, why does that bother Karen? And Karen explained why it bothers her. I'm not bothered by her going out. She said, but she's drinking, she's doing all this. And Beverly said, yeah, I'm trying to suppress what's going on in my life. The same way you did it for years you went out and drunk and had a good time. She said, now it's my turn. That's what I'm about to do. Because I'm doing the same thing you doing. I'm trying to suppress what I'm dealing with. And I was like, well, she got a good point there. She got a good point. So all I want to say is this. I deeply hope they can just stay friends. I really do. I hope they can stay friends. I hope they can work it out and be civil to one another because they do got kids. Be civil. I didn't like them fight. I mean, it seemed like some underlying tension there. You know what I'm saying? And then when they was, oh, I don't know. I didn't like them fighting. I didn't like them fighting. I want them to get along. I want everybody to go their separate ways, but I want everybody to get along. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I get on here and talk smack or whatever like that, but I like for people to get along. And I didn't like that part. Now, I love Karen. Don't get me wrong. And I love, I thought I didn't like Beverly, but I like Beverly because Beverly is just heartbroken. Beverly's heartbroken. She's scared. She got to move in her own apartment. She got to live on her own. This is something new. They both gonna live new, exciting lives, but they don't know it yet until they get out there and experience it. And I think Beverly is really scared because everything has changed like in the blink of an eye. So, and before the show went off, Stacy had some complications with the giving birth. I hope everything is fine because we really didn't get a full detail of if everything was fine with the baby. I hope everything is fine because they do have her in the hospital. She's being monitored. Somewhere she didn't want to go. She did not want to go to the hospital, but she's having complications, so she needs to be in the hospital because they want to make sure that the child is not stillborn. So I hope everything works out for her. This was just it was a happy episode, but it was a sad episode at the same time. So I hope everybody is able to work it out. I hope the baby is okay for Stacy and Leslie. I hope Beverly and Karen are able to get along for the kids' sake. At least be civil to one another and enjoy life. Enjoy life. Life is too short to be bickering back and forth. Life is too short for that. And Cindy and Troy, I'm just happy for both of them. And like I said, they made up. And I think Troy is trying to see if he can go get some hormones and stuff like that, because she said she would support Troy whatever decision he decided to make. But I think he realizes that before the show aired, that he realizes that he won't be able to get those hormones because it's going to mess with his libido. You know what I'm saying? And Cindy can't have that, and I don't blame her because neither would I. I got to have it, boo. So we can't have nothing interfering with that. And my favorite couple, I still didn't get to see them again. Jennifer and her husband. Well, her wife. I still didn't get to see them, so hopefully we'll see them on the next episode. So this is my review on Lost in Transition. You guys come on and leave me what you think about the show. What did you think about the show if you watched the show? Because a lot of people don't watch the show. I'm into the show. I like the show. It's very emotional. But I do like the show. So this is your girl Mia coming at you live this morning Can't even talk this morning, y'all. Can't even talk, but I'm wide awake. Coming at you live this morning from Hersoutherntouch. So you guys leave me something in the box at the bottom down there. At the bottom. Let me know what you thought about the show. It's your girl Mia coming at you live this morning. Yes, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Have a good day.